okay, so I was going to make this one real serious just business post, and I thought, why would I want to do that? But I do want to talk a little bit about business, but you know, I got to tell a story. I love telling stories, and most people enjoy listening to stories. But it's kind of along the lines of marketing. Not to bore you, marketing, right? Who knows? Really, who knows how to do marketing? I don't know if anybody knows. I've studied it. I've looked into the whole EFT brain science thing behind it, and it just confuses me even more. There's a couple things I do know. Matter of fact, I was truly blessed to be able to go to this event. It was a class that only professors were invited to. There was about 15 professors, maybe 20, from literally around the United States. And I was not a professor, but they were all teaching entrepreneurism in these different colleges, extremely popular colleges. But our goal was to start a company, and we had all this simulator and everything that was really, really awesome. And at the end, we were to get in front of these angel investors and having them evaluate our company and offer us a certain amount of money for it, right? And we would show them how much their return would be on their investment, so on and so forth. So it was 3 days long, and I mean from sun up to sun down. It was no joke. It was a serious thing. At the colleges, they teach it in like a 10-week thing. Some of them are 7 weeks now, which that would be tough to do in 7. But anyway, 3 days. 3 days. We're to start a company, and we were building bicycles. We were going to sell them wherever you wanted to sell them in the world. I was the fourth person, so there was 3 people on our team, and one of them was a marketing professor that decided to teach entrepreneur classes. And we didn't really get along. I don't know why, honestly, but she thought she knew everything, and I know that I really don't know anything. So it was kind of strange. But anyway, when it got down to it, one of the guys on our team, he was from Nigeria. He had to leave early, so he couldn't do the presentation. And the other person, I can't remember what happened to them, but they couldn't be part of the presentation in front of the angel investors either. So it was just her and I, and when we got down to it, she didn't like my concept of the way to do the whole thing. And I had drawn the whole thing up the night before, stayed up till 2 in the morning doing this whole presentation. And when I got it in front of her, she's like, I don't like that. You know, this doesn't follow the marketing concepts of Jim, Bob, and Ron of 1922. And, you know, she starts telling me all this stuff. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I think it's pretty good. So she didn't want to do it. So she decided real quick she was going to put her thoughts and everything on paper, and I would do the first half, she would do the second half. Okay, that's cool. So I did the opener, she did the closing. It was about a 30-minute presentation. And at the end, the angel investors called us back in. They said, well, we're only going to offer you half of the amount that you are selling your company at, and once you evaluated it at, because, well, honestly, you started out really strong, from my part, and then it just kind of fell flat, and it never did this, never did that, and so they offered us, you know, half of what we wanted for the company. And then at the end of the whole thing, one of the guys pulled me to the side. He was like, that was a very interesting way that you started out your presentation. You know, where did you learn that? And why did you go that route? And why did you stop? Well, kind of a long story, but she wanted to do her own thing. And so we did. And that's why that happened. I didn't want to throw her under the bus too bad. Or I really did want to throw her under the bus, but I didn't. Not too bad. I didn't really go into much about how I learned it or why I learned it, but I learned it from something completely different and that had nothing to do with marketing. And, you know, sometimes you really got to think outside of the box and do things differently. College is awesome. You can learn a lot of theory, How many marketing professors do you know that are millionaires? I don't know. Do you know any of them? Please do tell. Please tell. Pray tell. Because it's theory. Man, you got to put this stuff into action. You got to put it out there and see what happens. If you got a different concept, you got a different idea, but don't be scared to use it. You know, and don't be scared to pay for it. My goodness gracious. At the Postal Annex, you know, we can do marketing for people, and we can box things up for people. We got all these small business people that they come in and they're bringing 20 or 30 boxes a day. I'm like, what's the worst part about doing your business? And they tell me it's boxing it all up. It takes forever, you know, and it's expensive. And then I'm like, well, you know, I can box it up for you. I can't save you any money because, yeah, I got to make a profit, so it's going to cost a little more to box it up, but they turn it down because I can't save them a buck. What am I saving them? I'm not saving them money right up the front. I'm saving them time. How much more time? Because these people spend selling their product, marketing their product, getting out there, if they didn't have to spend the time boxing them up. And the expenses that it takes to purchase them, and you know, it takes a long time to go in and order it, get it, wait for it to get there, get it, inventory it, put it here, put it there. You know, all that it takes to box an item is amazing what it takes. So that's their biggest pain point, and they tell me that. This is my biggest pain point, and I have a solution. But they're not willing to pay a little extra for it. Man, you know, outsource. Everybody does it. You can outsource. Find a time to do what you truly enjoy doing. Pay somebody else to do the stuff that you don't want to do. And think out of the box, do something different. I think that's where I was going with that. I don't know, kind of took on its own thing. But anyway, you know, if you're a small business, we can help with the marketing. Not that we're pros, but I do know more than some. I may not know more than you. If you don't help me, then I can use help in marketing. Where was I going to end with this? That's not really where I meant to go with it, but it just kind of happened. So anyway, if you need somebody to box up your stuff, we can do it. And we'll be happy to do it. We'll save you a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of frustration. You know how many people send something and they miscalculated how much it was going to cost to ship something, and then so they lose money on that shipment? That won't happen. Anyway, get out there, do it, think different, act different, be the best that you can be. I'll talk to you another time.